And yet another advantage, I can go ahead and copy this to the clipboard, hit a couple returns, now paste it, and change this to shipping. And rather than re-entering each one of these merge fields, I can just simply type _s. As long as I spell it correctly, it refers to the field in there, and I've used good naming conventions so it makes it easy. And I don't mess with these chevrons at the beginning or the end, then I can type it in and get the results I want. Now I'm going to highlight the _s and copy it. Come down here and paste it. And then I'll use a keyboard command for the rest of them. And you can see how easy it was to make these changes. There we go, and we're all done. Now another thing we're going to do is change our font. Verdana is great for on-screen and really visible, and I just love it. But for printing out, I don't use Verdana. It just doesn't work as well. I want something a little bit smaller, a little bit better at printing out in my opinion. And we could use Times New Roman, but I don't think that shows up very well on screen. What shows up better is Helvetica, and that's another one of my favorites. So I'll choose that text block and then find the Helvetica font. There you go. And you notice it's gotten a little bit smaller. That's generally what print fonts are made specific for printing, are a little bit smaller. I told you Verdana is bigger, and I like that, for on screen, but here this is perfect for printing. So now we're ready to take a look at it. Let's go into preview mode, which is the best way to approximate what's going to print out. And we see we have billing and shipping. Now if you don't have any shipping here, you may have forgotten to go ahead and do the replace field contents. Remember we did the auto enter that takes this data and puts it in here, but then on existing records we had to do the replace. Well, if you forgot to do that, that may be empty there. Also notice that it's sliding up. Notice that the address 2, since there is none, the city and state move up. That's a nice thing. And you'll notice that it's fitting only 2 records per page. The next 2 are on this page. So FileMaker tries to fit as many records per page as possible, but why is it making all this blank space here? Well, this is caused by the header. There's some area down here you probably can't see, which is the footer, but what's between them? Well, if we go into layout mode, going to go into exit preview, I didn't have to do enter layout, and the problem is that what prints out is your body part. It prints out this entire area, regardless of whether there's data in it or not. So to fix this, what we need to do is I'm going to first drag the body part a little bit down. Then I'm going to click on my text block. I'm going to resize it. Now you'll notice that if you try to resize your body part, you can't go past the bottom of that text block. So you need to make sure you resize it so it's just at the bottom of where you want it to be. And then you can get your body part right where you want it. And then we can go into preview mode and see how it looks. And you can see we're fitting more records per page here, which is much nicer. Now, we're not giving you all the details on how to make it so it scrunches them up, but you're getting the idea here on how to make this look nice. So let's go back into layout mode. And one of the things I don't like is I can't differentiate one record from another. It's kind of hard to tell here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and draw a little line here. Make it a little bit easier to see. That way one record doesn't run into the other record. And you see I've drawn a line, but I don't really want a real hairline. You'll see it changes to a gray color here, but when you're printing to a printer, it's still a black line. It's not gray. It just represents it on screen as gray. And this is going to make it look a little bit nicer, I think. So let's see how this looks on there. And you can see how it's separating all these. Now you'll notice that we have a little bit of space here still. What we need is sliding objects turned on. The sliding that happens with merge fields isn't quite as sophisticated as the regular sliding objects, but we'll cover that later. But for right now, this is sufficient to show you what a basic print layout looks like and some of the choices you should make when you're creating that basic print layout. So we'll go back into browse mode and we'll switch back to our form view. There we go. So go ahead and create that layout. It's really important to go ahead and try these things out. Don't just watch this. It'll help with your retention.